What's going on, guys? Today I'm back with another H.A.T format replay review for you guys. If you're interested in sending in your H.A.T format replays, you can go down to the video description and find all the information on how to go about sending those in. Anyways, the match we have for you today, we have WCQ, who is going to be on Plant Princess, versus RMYGO, who is going to be on Watt Artifact. Both of these decks are really cool. Personally, I really enjoy the Plant Princess deck, though I'll be completely honest, it can be a little bricky at times, but hopefully this will be a good match, but the only way to actually know is to check it out, so let's get straight into this. Here, it looks like WCQ is going to start this one out. Opening hands, we see Soul Charge, Card Trooper, Skill Drain, Cherubime, and Barbaros. And on the other side, we see Beagle Tack, Watt Giraffe, Watt Cobra, Pot of Duality, and Moral Tack. So definitely not the worst hand from either players. Actually, WCQ's hand is pretty strong. And here they will get a draw. Getting a copy of Talea, a little unfortunate of a draw there, but let's see what they choose to do. Here they're going to normal summon the Card Trooper, use the effect, going and milling a 3 cards, hitting a Lone Fire, Titanial, or a Talea, my apologies, and a copy of Mythic Water Dragon. So actually great mills, especially with a Soul Charge. We'll see if they go for an early Soul Charge play, which it looks like they are going to do, getting a copy of Mythic Water Dragon, actually just bringing out everything. Makes sense. And then from here, they're going to use the Lone Fire, tributing it off to get a copy of Titanial. Well, they're going to go Lone Fire into Titanial. And then from here, just setting Skill Drain and passing. So not even trying to go for any sort of rank 8 or anything like that. Some builds are on the coach trainer one that allows you to basically draw 3 cards. But here, I guess, given they do have Skill Drain, they are just going to be a little more defensive here. And so over to Arm, who gets a copy of Instant Fusion. They're going to start by normal summoning the Watt Giraffe. And you have to keep in mind, if this Watt Giraffe goes through, this Instant Fusion easily turns into a Marvelous and then goes into an Exciton and just completely wipes out this board. But obviously we know this Skill Drain is probably going to stop this. So here Skill Drain is activated. And then from there, they're choosing not to... What's going on? I guess the attack is not going through here. Even though I believe, does it still attack? Oh, well, I guess it would be attacking directly, so redeclare would probably occur there. Or maybe, I guess, actually, from how this works, because it's already attempting to attack directly, even with the Skill Drain, the attack's still going through. I'm not entirely sure there, honestly. But here in main phase 2, it looks like Duality is going to be activated, and we are going to see Double Cyclone, Sanctum, and another Double Cyclone. So here they are taking Double Cyclone, so that will very easily deal with the Skill Drain. And then Arm is going to set a couple back row or 3 back row over to WCQ, who now gets a copy of Wing Blast, which is a great card here. They're going to start by normal summoning the Barbaros, which gets to keep its attack because of the Skill Drain, and they are going to attack into this copy of Watt Giraffe. And Arm's going to take that, and then we will see Card Trooper attack in for 400, Mythic Water Dragon attack in, the Talea attack in, and on that attack declaration, Arm is going to activate this Double Cyclone, going to pop their Beagle Tack and Skill Drain, and it looks like Titanial is going to tribute for cost, so they are attempting to negate that. And let's see, they're having a little back and forth here, and yeah, it is going to negate the activation and destroy it, because Titanial says, when a card or effect is activated that targets a card or cards on the field, quick effect, you contribute 1 face-up plant monster, negate the activation, and if you do, destroy it. So here they are tributing it for cost here, so that it won't be on the board to be affected by Skill Drain. That will be negated. And then main phase 2, WCQ is going to go into a copy of Felgran, set the Wing Blast, and over to Arm, who gets another copy of Double Cyclone there. So very good draw for them. I almost want to check if RM actually shuffled the deck, though. I'm pretty sure they did. They were on 3 of these the last time. It's just, I guess, like, usually whenever you see that amount of, like, they did shuffle the deck and everything. So that's always wild to see when they draw, like, a card like that. That's almost perfect for that situation. But anyways, here Arm is going to normal summon the copy of Watt Cobra, go for Instant Fusion, and they're getting really low in life here. We do see that copy of Marvelous overlaying into crazy box and then being able to walk over the Felgran here, but we are going to see Lorsiaba go and chain that copy of Cherubime to get rid of the crazy box, and then here Arm is just setting the copy of Double Cyclone, but don't get me wrong, they are still not really out of this yet. It's going to be a little rough, but the Double Cyclone can always pop the Beagle Tack and the copy of Skill Drain. The Beagle Tack can then summon back, popping the Moral Tack, and then putting up the Moral Tack, though obviously at that point the Felgran will be able to trigger. So here Lorsiaba gets another copy of Soul Charge, goes Battle Phase, and we are going to see that play actually occur here. And let's see if they're going to stop it. They are going to negate with the Felgran, and so Lorsiaba takes game number 1. Moving on into game number 2, Arm will get to start this one out. Opening hands, we see Cherubime, Mythic Water Dragon, Fire Hand, Cherubime, and Fertilizer. So a bit of a rough hand here for Lorsiaba, but they do have a Fire Hand, so they at least have some sort of play. And on the other side, we see the Wat Cobra, the Ma Hunter, DD Crow, Thunder Seahorse, and Beagle Tech. And here Arm will get a draw, getting a copy of Call of the Haunted, so pretty solid hand, honestly. Discarding the Thunder Seahorse to be able to add 2 copies of Wat Giraffe. And then here it looks like discarding the copy of Beagle Tack for hand size. A little unexpected there, and they are choosing to actually hold off on the Call the Haunted there. I guess they feel pretty safe given, you know, most of the big plays from the Plant Princess deck is coming from like Soul Charge plays. So if that is going to be the case, then they know they aren't losing this turn, as well as they have DD Crow in case things do start getting a little out of hand, given that this deck does play a lot from the graveyard and stuff. So here we are going to see a Barbaros summoned, and then a Mythic Water Dragon is going to be summoned, and they are just going to attack in for 29 before going into a copy of Felgran and passing it over. Here Arm gets a copy of Bottomless, and they're going to start by normal summoning the Wat Giraffe, going to battle phase, but in battle phase, it looks like Felgran is going to negate the Wat Giraffe so that they aren't taking any of that direct damage if the attack is already declared. And then Arm is going to go and set the Bottomless and Call of the Haunted in main phase 2 before passing it over to Lorsiaba, who gets a copy of Foolish Burial. They're going to start by activating that and sending a copy of Dandelion. Dandelion is going to summon 2 tokens here. And after that, they are going to tribute both for the copy of Cherubime, but I'm pretty sure these can't be tributed the turn they're summoned. These tokens cannot be tributed for a tribute summon during the turn they are special summoned. So very unfortunate there, they aren't able to do that. And so they're going to rewind that a little bit, go to battle phase, and here we are going to see the Felgran walk over the Wat Giraffe. Here Arm gets a copy of Needle Sealing, which is unironically perfect in this scenario, given that they Lorsiaba is having these tokens on board. So maybe they'll just set something and then, you know, go for Needle Sealing, or maybe go for the Ma Hunter with one of the 4s and try to bait the last activation of this so it won't be able to protect itself from the Needle Sealing. We will have to see. Here they're just going to go for the Cobra and swing in. Maybe they were trying to bait there. Here the Wat Cobra will be able to add, getting another copy of Wat Cobra, and then main phase 2 setting that Needle Sealing over to Lorsiaba, who gets a copy of Barbaros. They're going to go for the Cherubime here, and that is going to be met with the Bottomless, but Felgran is going to be chained to that, and will we see the... Oh wait, there's only 3 monsters now, so then the Needle Sealing won't even be live here. So the Felgran is actually going to protect the Cherubime here, and then they're going to go to battle phase, run over the Cobra, attack in, and on the attack declaration of the Felgran, we're going to see Call the Haunted activate, bringing back the Thunder Seahorse so that they are able to go and take a little less damage and not be, you know, out of the game right here. Going and passing turn here, Arm gets a copy of Duality, and they're going to go for Ma Hunter, which, you know, they say it's good. Then go for a Wat Cobra, go to battle phase, attack in with the Cobra, go to main phase 2, overlay for a 101, use the effect, taking the copy of Felgran, which is kind of a rough spot to be in. What was this last back row? Needle Sealing, because what could kind of happen is Lorsiaba could always just crash this, because this card says, if this card in your possession is sent to the graveyard by an opponent's card, you can special summon 1 Plant Princess from your deck. So if anything, they could, you know, go for maybe a Fertilizer. Oh, they don't have it. I was going to say, because what they could in theory do is just like swing this into this and then be able to summon a Titanial or a Talea and then be able to swing in for more damage given this gets destroyed by this. Had the fertilizer maybe been live, they might have been able to actually just game them right here. But let's see here. Lorciaba gets a copy of Skill Drain. They're going to normal summon the Barbaros and then go into a copy of number 15 Gimmick Puppet Giant Grinder. Oh, so this actually just ends the game here, because this says up to twice per turn during your main phase 1, detach 1 material from this card, target 1 special summon monster your opponent controls, destroy it, then if it's an Xyz, inflict damage to your opponent equal to its original attack. So here they're going to detach. This will save itself. They can detach again, destroy it, and they're going to take enough damage. And that is just game. I think the only thing I could maybe think that could have played this a little different was had Arm gone for the Call of the Haunted when Lorciaba had the Cherubime and the Felgrand. But at that point, you know, the Cherubime would float. The Felgrand had the chance to potentially protect something. So they weren't really in a great position regardless there, which is a little bit unfortunate for them. Not to mention that, you know, Lorciaba's turn 1 on game 1 was pretty nuts with the mills they had into the Soul Charge. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like on it. Comment any questions or videos you want to see in the future. Subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell to get notified anytime I put a new video out. Share this video with your friends. And don't forget to go down to the video description to find out how you can send in your hat format replays. Whether you won or lost, if you thought the deck you or your opponent was playing was pretty cool, feel free to send that in. I'm sure a lot of people would love to see it. And anyways, guys, I will see you in the next video.